back to Chasing the Target. Hope everyone is doing well on this Sunday afternoon. It was a good, exciting series between India and South Africa. India winning convincingly, and then in the last one day, Virat Kohli scoring a half century, Jaiswal getting 100, Rohit Sharma scoring a half century. Gautam Gambhir gave an explosive press conference after the game. He said कि भाई why don't you talk about Chuman Gill, he was injured, ये वो excuses शुरू हो गए थे, but clearly he's a man under pressure. Clearly he's not in the right space of mind right now, and there's a lot of pressure on him obviously, and he is feeling the heat right now in that position. Also क्या बोलते सो एशेज भी सेकंड टेस्ट मैच खत्म हो गया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया डोमिनेटिंग इंग्लैंड अगेन, 60 को चेस करना था, आराम से चेस कर दिए. Ben Stokes and Will Jacks tried to prolong the inevitable, but at the end of the day, the match was done. क्या हाल चाल है चिल्ड्रो में? कोई और भी आएगा क्या? फर्स्ट में आने वाले हैं, पता नहीं, इंग्लैंड के तो लग गए आज 15 मिनट पहले. 4 बजे था मेरे हिसाब से, तो आई ट्राई टू कम आउट फॉर 4 o'clock. But yeah, Smith versus Archer, England गया. They are losing 4-0-5-0. Yeah, it looks very difficult now. Gill injured था क्या 400 चेस करने में 30 रन सहारे, क्या ऐसा बोल रहा है 120 ही करना था चेस. That's true. Like there's a lot of excuses and stuff. मैट को तो समझ भी नहीं आया यार. He's just pissed off. He's under pressure and he's just saying whatever. It doesn't make too much sense in my opinion. And you can clearly see that he's under pressure. The one-day team is looking much better now after a couple of losses here and there in Australia. They look much better now. There's still a lot of questions regarding the test team, and obviously Gautam Gambhir needs to improve that. नहीं तो problem में आ जाएंगी team, because back-to-back आप whitewash अगर होंगे तो no matter what excuse you give, people are not gonna digest it anymore. Gill injured था, ये तो ले लिया. Another crybaby press conference by the Gambhir. Why crybaby press conference? What a crybaby. Why England look rusty today? England look done, bro. They look cooked, not rusty. They look toasted. तो ये सीरीज कुछ बचा नहीं है, 5-0 ही होगा. कह रहा nothing to do with cricket. ओनर है जिंदल, एंड नॉट ओनली क्रिकेट, ओलंपिक्स में भी इंडिया टीम का स्पॉन्सर वही करता है. एंड एग्जैक्टली, एंड भाई वो क्यों नहीं बोलेगा? कोई भी बोल सकता है भाई. जो लोग सोफा में बैठे हैं, जो जिसका काम धंधा भी नहीं है, उन लोग भी बोलेंगे. तो आपको लाइक you're in the hot seat, you have to take the criticism, because those same people will celebrate you if you win World Cups and you win tournaments. The same people will praise you. They will like celebrate you. They will do whatever like वैसा to keep the vibes positive. मगर जब आप हार रहे तो उन लोग तो बोलेंगे ना, like you can't be so fickle minded, and like you need to have a thick skin in this situation. You're the coach of the Indian team. Brother got raised bid by Jindal, respect DC owner, और BCCI से ज्यादा तो आता है वो. यार वही तो है, like कोई भी रहने दो भाई. You're allowed to talk about cricket. If you're watching the game, you're a connoisseur of the game, you can talk about it, you can have your opinion. And he's not the only guy. There's millions of people who are criticizing Gambhir, right? Are they to like they're not famous guys, so you don't know what's happening. But like everybody, you look at the social media, you look at the WhatsApp groups, everyone is criticizing him because आपकी टीम सही नहीं खेल रही. अगर आपकी टीम सही खेलती तो obviously there will be less criticism and there will be more praise. So at the end of the day, it's about the performances, about the nature of the team, and your own players don't look happy playing under you, right? Like when Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma came back, you could see a big rift between them and Gambhir. But Kohli and stuff are enjoying with their players, but are the players actually enjoying under this coach? क्या हुआ? कुछ नहीं हुआ भाई. बस गंभीर का प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ था कल, and he mentioned the DC owner because indirectly, because he basically said कि like we should have split coaching and all that. Before IPL owner, he's an Indian. Red ball की loss के पीछे white ball की success बता रहे हैं. Was supporting England, but now Australia after this. But I mean, I have to stick to England, baby. Hope for a 3-2, but it's done. 4-0-5-0 ही होगा. क्या बोला DC owner ने? He basically said कि split the coaching. Actual Pajandar said the right thing. That's why he's getting salty. Exactly. And if you can't handle that, then there's a problem with you. You have to look deep down inside and see, bhai, what is going wrong in my job? What's going wrong in my role? What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? You have to look at that. But right now he's just looking at deflecting and blaming here and there, and not really focusing on the major issues. If he comes out and says, okay, look, I'll take responsibility, like Ravi Shastri said in his interview as well, you take the responsibility. Obviously, you keep the players held accountable, but in front of the media, in front of the public, you take the responsibility. If you do that, then people won't target you as much. End of the day, it's a sport, it's a game, and there's a limit to how much we can, criticize or get angry. So if you handle it well, then think. But right now, you're also giving the audience, you're giving the people, the critics, the tools to criticize you even more, because you're not accepting anything. What do you think about Harshit in every format? I feel some players who never get even one format. Yeah, I think he doesn't need to be in every format. T20 is good. One day test, we can look at other places. जिंदल ने नॉर्मल फैंस की बात बोली है. एग्जैक्टली, आप व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स खोलो, सोशल मीडिया खोलो, एवरीबडी आर सेइंग थिंग्स अबाउट हिम नेगेटिवली. सम पीपल आर सेइंग इट इन अ polite way, some people saying in an unpolite way, some people saying in a rude way, but there's everyone criticizing him. So he needs to, if he thinks that he's going to get away with the criticism, that's not going to happen. If he thinks that he just wants to play the victim card, that's also going to happen, because at the end of the day, if you're not going to get the results, for example T20 में अगर आपकी poor performance आती World Cup में, तो फिर भाई आपकी job जाएगी और कुछ नहीं. That's what's going to happen. There's nothing you can do unless you turn it around, and you have to take it out of you. The more you try to prove the people wrong and think, the more you're going to lose. So he needs to take his ego and place it somewhere and just focus on how to improve this team. I saw the first, I don't know, there was like 30 minutes on YouTube. I saw that. I don't know if that was official or not, but I saw that. What is the problem? What is the Pakistan PCB? Why should IPL owner say that what's up fan says he's crying about an IPL owner? Come on, Gigi crying from 9/11. बस कर भाई, 15 साल होने वाले हैं, हिम्मत कैसे भी डीसी ओनर से उल्टा बोलने, साइड में लाओ जीजी को. कल आया क्यों वो पीसी में? जायसवाल अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, उसको भेजते. हाँ, जायसवाल को भेजते. विराट कोहली क्यों नहीं आया मेरे को अभी तक समझ में नहीं आ रहा. वो तो आता ही नहीं, तो ठीक है, वो एक्सेप्ट कर लिया, बट जायसवाल को भेजा देते. Probably has a grudge against DC owner, didn't play GG for DC. Parjender did many better things in sports for India than if anyone follows sports. Arsenal lost, Chelsea draw, Liverpool draw. Yeah, that was a good weekend. Hello, next ODI series में same team होगी या कुछ changes करेंगे? I think Shreyas Iyer वापस आएगा, शुभमन गिल वापस आएगा. Maybe Siraj को लेके आ सकते हैं, because Prasidh Krishna, he bowled well in the last game, but he looked awful otherwise. You might see a couple of bowlers in there, and you'll definitely, if they're fit, then Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer will come back. Gaikwad was very impressive as well, so now it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. उसने ही किया था ये जिंदल वाला. Wolves से हार जाओ यार, मजा आएगा. It's time for United drop points. Xavi Simons scored his first PL goal and he got the assist, man. That's a great week for Tottenham. Arsenal lost, Tottenham won. Gigi ने जडेजा बुमराह को हैप्पी बर्थडे विश किया है, पर नॉट अय्यर को. वही तो कह रहा हूँ, आप ऐसा माहौल बना देंगे, right, and you're going to favor some players and not favor other players, and you're going to create this kind of atmosphere where you're the principal and you want all the control and the limelight, and it's going to come back to bite you. And the problem is, forget about the people, he doesn't even have the dressing room on his side. That is the biggest issue right now with Gautam Gambhir, and that's why he's under so much pressure, and that's why he's flaking with all these excuses, because he does not have the dressing room on his side. Once you get the dressing room on the side, then you can say outside noise, this, that, and everything, make a bubble and all that. Because जब आपके खुद के player आपको support नहीं करे, तो फिर आप कहाँ से क्या करेंगे? And now, though, it's going to be even more difficult, especially in one-day cricket, for him to have a say, because there are a lot of people, especially on the field, who are experienced enough. And you saw KL Rahul, right? KL Rahul is a guy who has a good relationship with the senior players. He has a good relationship with the younger players. He's talking to his players and he's taking decisions. And he's going to listen to his seniors, but at the end of the day, he's going to take a decision. He's not going to let the coach from the outside come and dictate the state of play. So that's what he needs to understand. You have to play second foil to the captain. You can't be the main guy and just act like this is a football team. Like, you can't do that. This time United is winning. I hope so. कौन सा अपने टीम प्लेयर से ही ऐसा करता है? I don't know, man. What about Mo Salah situation? ऐसे भाई नहीं है. Yeah, man, that was a huge interview. I didn't expect that. I don't know who called that press conference, where he came out from. It wasn't like it's like outside in the parking lot. He just got some journalists and went ham, man. And it's unfortunate, but he's going, bro. I don't know what slot, but this guy is going. Salah, like he's going to say goodbye to the fans. So all Liverpool fans, you can bring your scarves and jerseys, say bye to the greatest player to play in your club. in my opinion. And let him come to Saudi, man. We'll watch him there live. Why not? The guy's a world class player still. But yeah, that was the what about yeah, ये सीरीज में सिराज ड्रॉप था या रेस्ट ड्रॉप था मेरे हिसाब से रेस्टेड था तो वो व्हाई वुड ही प्ले सईद मुश्ताक अली रेड सीरीज रेस्ट हो गया क्योंकि उसके T20 खेलना है ना इंजन ना yeah was the but why is he playing Said Mustaq Ali? He's not rested. Well, Liverpool again yesterday conceding goal at the last moment. Yeah, man, against Leeds. और ऐसा स्क्रिप्टेड क्वेश्चन किसी ने वो सीरीज में क्वेश्चन नहीं किया कि सिराज क्यों नहीं था अभी लिवरपूल फैंस अंडर रॉक होंगे हाउ कैन यू ड्रॉ फ्रॉम 3-2 लीड I mean, you can. When Ronaldo it is happened, they were giving many opinions about our clubs. Now they're doing the same thing about with Salah. Yeah, man. What goes around comes back around, man. Like it's a very difficult situation now at the club. I'm too enjoying it, and they'll have to find a way to deal with it because, again, they're also not getting the results. The manager's under pressure, and their star player is on the bench. Big problems at Anfield. When we were 16th, this situation never came. If he's playing smart, then drop होगा फिर कल चेल्सी भी गोल नहीं कर पाया yes. या ड्रॉप ही होगा मेरे हिसाब से सलाह should have played yesterday yeah man how can you not play Mo Salah? I don't get it, man. Like how? Like you benched him a couple of games, I understand, but like he's not even like 30 years old. He's like still 33. Like still got the legs in him. He still got the goals in him. He scored in the start of the season. Yeah, it's okay. I understand you bench him a couple of times, try to change things around, but he's completely vanished him, man. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure on Liverpool Football Club. Unfortunately, used he should came yesterday. Yeah, should have started, man. Benched him a couple of times. That's enough, right? But then doesn't learn his lesson there. Then can you guys tell me what channel the Formula One is going to come on? Today's big race at 6 p.m. Big race, mate. I have a feeling it's going to come on fan code, but like, is there? पॉट्स या टंग को खिला देते इंग्लैंड बॉलर्स को रेस्ट नहीं मिल रहा है जीजी का मेंटल चेकअप जरूर होना चाहिए किसी भी चीज पे गुस्सा हो जाता है F1 welcome fan को done watch it man big race a drawing to Leeds is pathetic they should have but they should have anyways ये आठ अग्रेशन पहले देखा था जब हार रहे तो कब क्यों अब कोई टाइमिंग नहीं है एग्रेशन का दूसरे में था दिखा दिया दैट्स अबाउट इट बट yeah Australia are completely dominating the series man what we were all expecting is happening but there was a bit of hope but that's also gone it's a one-sided series right now जीजी तो पॉइंटिंग पर भी भड़क गया था like Gautam Gambhir needs to relax bro he needs to first take a chill pill calm down and just not like because the thing is he's attracting all this attention by his own statements, by his own attitude, with the way he's conducting himself, by not keeping it a friendly environment in the dressing room. There's clearly friction between him and players as well. But if you're going to do that, then obviously, then like people are going to question, and then when you're not winning games, people are going to question. You have to just relax, calm down. Just you have a good team, you have some talented players. Just focus on that. See, like domain, matlab, like there's different. It depends on the context you're saying. Like you say, "Arey, that's not in my domain. Okay, that's not in my area, my expertise." Like fashion is not my domain, for example. It's not my expertise. Michael, one अपनी टीम का white wash protect की नहीं करता इंडिया के पीछे तो वसीम जाफर ने मजे लिए होंगे 100%. I get this feeling that England will win in Adelaide. They always play good for some. Where is Solo Olympics on top? You said that England is going to win the Ashes, bro. What happened, man? I also want England to win, but they're not going to win the Ashes. It's very difficult. यहाँ से जीते तो अलग level हो जाएगा. But they have to win 3 on the trot. That's too tough, bro. Too tough. I get this feeling that England will win in Adelaide. Yeah, they're absolutely dominated, man, in all angles. That day two, three, like Friday, that's when they lost the game, in my opinion. Dropped so many catches, gave Australia a lead, and on Saturday, Australia, Mitchell Stark just extended that lead with the bat. What a series he's having! Unbelievable. He's going to be man of the series. He's already got two man of the matches. Incredible player. In Adelaide, always perform. Let's see, man. It shows. I mean, it does show one thing that, like, what Ravi Shastri keeps saying, it's so difficult to in Australia. You can see that, like, it's hardly, man. Only like West Indies did it in recent times, in India. So I actually tweeted Smith 9 of 23 in 239 6. It's like 23 of 9, I think, right? Ulta. Smith hit a couple of sixes, man, in this test match. Playing aggressive cricket. We also have the auction coming up on 16 December. It's like a week away now. So there'll be built up to that. We have the T20 series coming in, and it's a very important series that's going to start on Tuesday, I think. It's a very important series because आपके वर्ल्ड कप आ रहा है 2-3 महीने में, so we'll see the combination, we'll see the setup, and how the team is going to be composed, what changes are going to be made. Shubman Gill is fit, so he's going to play. Will he be able to perform, because his last couple of series have been poor for India. Abhishek Sharma's form will be important as well. Hardik Pandya coming into the team, his fitness will be key for India to win the World Cup as well. नीतीश जी को नहीं किसी एरिया का गुंडा लगता है जो सिर्फ बोल सकता है और कुछ भी नहीं सकता, कुछ कर भी नहीं सकता, सबको लेवल दिखाते हैं। जी खुद कुछ है, ओके, ऐसा कैसा बात कर सकता है, पता नहीं यार, मेरे को मेरी समझ से बाहर है। his ego is too huge. नॉट उल्टा 23 200 रन भी कुछ नहीं था ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए। Yeah, they would have chased anything under 300. They would have chased, bro. Even 300, they could have chased if they wanted to. Right now, Australia have them by every corner. Like, there's nowhere to hide from England right now. And it's a tough place to beat Australia. In the beginning, it looks nice, everything. I mean, I've never been to Australia. I'm just saying from a cricketing point of view. In the beginning, oh, good, Australia, summer, weather is good, this, that. But when your team, like, the media will start attacking you, the crowd will start attacking you, the players will start attacking you. It becomes a very rough place for the opposition. Yeah, back to back for Mitchell Stark. He's going to be man of the series, man. He's had a ridiculous, incredible series. It's been unbelievable, man. Did you see Salah's explosive interview? It looks like it's done. Yeah, I saw it, man. Came out after the Leeds game. It was pretty explosive. I did not expect that to happen yesterday, but with all the things happening, he's going for AFCON and stuff. It feels like that's it. Next week is the last game at Liverpool, and he's going to go to AFCON from there. He's going to go to Saudi. That's how it looks like right now. I could be wrong, but because there's a lot, it's not as simple as that. There's a lot of contractual responsibilities, and there's a lot of things to go when you want to sell a player or a player wants to move. But it looks done right now. We've seen at the same time players stay after stuff like this, but right now it looks very tough. We all know it's not a skill issue for England. It's just that Australia is a bit smarter. सिवाय ग्रीन अच्छा है, पर इतना भी नहीं कि उसको ज़्यादा तगड़ा प्लेयर हो, बहुत ज़्यादा हाइप कर दिया। इसकी बैटिंग में कोई 170 स्ट्राइक रेट से नहीं खेल सकता, बॉलिंग में वो बहुत ही अच्छा हो। आई थिंक कैमरन ग्रीन का भाई, ये आपको देख रहे हैं, ये ऑप्शन में आपकी पर्स ज़्यादा है and player come, right? So when there's less options and you have a lot of money, that's why the player's price will rise. You have to understand the dynamics of the auction. It's not just, you're not going to a flea market and trying to get something for value or anything like that. No, you have a lot of money, you're going into a flea market, everything is cheap, but you have a huge budget. So you pay more as well. Like you'll say, give me 10 of these, I'll pay you double if it's in demand, right? Suppose there's like one phone, 20 people want it. It's like that, the price will keep going up. So that's what you have to understand. It's not like too many of us look at the auction and we say, oh, this player is not worth 18 crore. It doesn't work like that. You have to look at the purse available, the players available. Us hisab se, what is the demand and supply? It's basic economics, man. I'm not even good at economics. I studied only 2 years of economics, man. And like, if I can understand it, you can understand it. It's not like rocket science. 1981, both the matches 2005, Flintoff Ashes 2019, Smith Ashes 23. 2013 Johnson Ashes 2025, yes, लिख दो भाई। Media green. Salah looked rusty in recent matches. The disrespect he got from Liverpool fans unreal. He's one of the. I think he's the biggest Liverpool legend, bro. I think he's bigger than Steven Gerrard. It's just Gerrard had more longevity. But I think Mohamed Salah is the best Liverpool player ever, man. He's openly saying that there is no relationship between him and Slot. Yep. Most interesting thing for me in Salah interview was Jimmy Carragher. Yeah, what did he say about Jimmy Carragher? Because I heard him say that people want me out and stuff. So was that directed to Carragher indirectly, or did he take his name specifically? आपको घर में हराना इंग्लैंड से भी बुरा हाल है हमारा कम से कम ये घर में सीरीज नहीं हारते दैट्स अ डिफरेंट वे टू लुक एट इट तो 2021 में भी स्टार्ट उतना ही लीता था उसमें बोल्ड मगर सबको सरप्राइज कर दिया था याद है ग्रीन 25 प्लस करोड़ लेके जाएगा केकेआर बट अपेरेंटली ही कैन टेक मोर देन 18 देयर सम न्यू रूल रेड इन द ऑप्शन क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते हो अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया प्राइम में उसको इंग्लैंड हरा देगा वो भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया अपने घर में खेल रहा है ऑस्ट्रेलिया नंबर 1 टीम इन टेस्ट यप यार मैं करना है ना सबसे बड़ा अगर कमेंस होता तो पिंक बॉल विकेट्स डिवाइड हो जाती है क्योंकि कमेंस का रिकॉर्ड अच्छा है क्या मैं स्टार्ट का 31 और एंड अगर हेजलवुड भी होता तो और डिवाइड होता था वो भी नेक्स्ट लेवल है भाई Jim Carragher criticized only him for not scoring, but there are other guys as well. Yeah, Carragher is after him too, and I remember the contract thing as well. He was after him. It's like he's the best player, man, for your club ever, and you disrespect him like that. It's bonkers, mate. Absolute bonkers. I don't understand it. That's no, I don't think so. I think Hazelwood is much better. Boland is a really good bowler, but Hazelwood is unbelievable, man. Hazelwood, why T20 one day test, he's won everything, and he's won IPL also this year. He's crazy, man. He's one of the main reasons I RCB won. They did the same thing with TVG. Yeah, Salah doesn't get the praise that he requires, man. He's too good of a player. Hazelwood any day. Yeah, Hazelwood is too good. Why did they stop showing F1 on Star Sports? Man? They always used to show on Star Sports. In Test cricket, Bolton is better. Right now, he's playing. That's why it looks like that. But Hazelwood, man, Hazelwood is next level. You forgot 36 all out, bro. F1 Cup started 6 बजे को start है मेरे हिसाब से race. It's gonna be good, huh? Basically, Verstappen needs to finish first, and that guy, what's his name? Norris has to not finish in the podium. If he finishes on the podium, he wins. Finished. Top 3. Thumbnail पे अपनी दिखाना था जीजी को इस thumbnail. ये फैज भाई बनाई ये वाला. But I also feel like Salah and Liverpool are actually struggling more. I get it that he's done a lot for them, but at the end everyone leaves. But bro, like you completely benched the crap out of him. हाँ देख रहा कितना अच्छा है बोला. Do you see scenarios of F1? Should I explain? You can. Yeah, I saw it though. I saw it, but you can explain. Why not? It's gonna be crazy, man. This is gonna be next level. I remember the 22 season was very good, but this is better, man. Orlando, Northern Phantom, explain it once. Bullen not that good. He got hyped because he's very good, but I think Hazelwood is better. I like Gigi to he's destroying Indian cricket so that we stop watching cricket. On average in England, 159 plus. Wow. Yeah, I mean Hazelwood is on another level, man. One of the best bowlers in the world, all 4 bats. ये आएगा ना बाई चांस इस सीरीज में देखना कितने विकेट लेगा. बोलेंड has never lost a test Australia. Fair enough, he's very good, but You were just saying Hazel was better. Thoughts on Gambhir's interview? Yeah, I was not satisfied at all. Again, it just looked like someone is coming in and giving excuses, not taking responsibility, not understanding the fact that it's you're the one who's making yourself a victim, rather than people. If we are targeting you, just take the responsibility and move on and try to improve the atmosphere. When you don't have the team on the side, how are you going to get the fans on the side? First, get the team on the side, then talk about other things, get the results. Then people will automatically start praising you. Verstappen, he has to finish first, and Norris has to finish fourth or lower. Yeah, Hazelwood is modern day great. No comparison. Hazelwood last match in Australia, but Boland never lost. Yeah, but that Hazelwood's played more matches in Australia too. That's not a significant argument. Hey, he never lost a test at home. Yeah, he did. India के खिलाफ तो हारा था. Yeah, Gigi, he was there in the Gabba and stuff, right? Gigi Phuket wants to bat for 2 days but give ranked. For Norris, he has to finish first, second, or third for champion. And what about Piastri? Leading into this test match, I actually think we over prepared, to be honest. Brendan McCullum talks about England's approach heading into Brisbane. Man, that is complete BS. What over prepared? They didn't play the warm up game. They didn't play at the WACA in the first test match. They didn't prepare properly, man. Steve Smith was not captaining the side. I mean, as a captain, he had never lost. Yeah, okay, but like, Gambhir looks like a 45-year-old crybaby transitioning with Bumrah, Siraj, Jadeja, KL, Rahul, Gill, Pant, Jaiswal. All have played a lot of Test cricket. Exactly, 100%. That's a very good point. Gambhir looks like I got to Pat Musarraf. Gambhir said we lost because we were 10 men. We lost captain. Why did you celebrate that oval win against England? They were literally 10 men for 3 innings. Yeah, exactly. Hazelwood has not lost any final except WC final versus South Africa or koi hara hai final. To batao. For Piastri, it's difficult. Both Norris lower than fifth and Verstappen third. Steve Smith is tactically the best captain of Australia in modern time. Russell will ever up for McLaren, I feel, on the first turn. 26 World Cup के बाद pass sacked. I think, yeah, or maybe after this series. They're going to make changes, man. If they lose this series like 3-0, they're going to make changes immediately, I think. जीजी की पीसी में देखकर ऐसा लगता है ये अपनी फैंस की गलती ने की है हम क्रिकेट देख रहे हैं Yeah, exactly, man. He's playing the victim card all the time. It doesn't make any sense. Just take responsibility, and then after that, and get the results on your side. Everyone will come and praise you, bro. That's what he just wants to defend everything. He's like, feeling cornered, attacked, and saying that this finding excuses. It's not gonna work. Whatever he's gonna say now, people won't digest it. और हमारे वजह से हार रहे हैं जैसा वो. PC always pisses me off, so childish. That's the problem, right? Like if he just takes a bit more responsibility. Yeah, TK, once in a while you can get angry. Every press conference coming saying the same thing is so predictable, bro. GG fans takes fans as granted. If there is no fan, you wouldn't have no money. It wouldn't be a cricketer. Like you've got to stop, like giving so many excuses and walk the talk, right? That's what it is, mate. Gigi doesn't sack after getting slammed by Roko, then ashamed, then why did BCI even extend his contract? Well, problem is this, we guys won't stop watching that. BCCI will have money from that, even if we stop watching Indian cricket. No one's gonna stop watching cricket, man. Once you're hooked on for life, bro. People in the 60s, 70s, 80s still watch cricket. Like, they're not gonna stop. गिल नहीं था वो तो सही बोला बिना कैप्टन कि आप स्ट्रगल तो करोगे और पंत भी उतना भाई दैट इज जस्ट अ रिडिकुलस एक्सक्यूज मैन 120 चेस कर रहे थे भाई तो फिर आप अच्छा एक बात बताओ ठीक है मैं मान लिया तो गलती किसकी थी कि वो इंजर हुआ, वो आप उसको क्यों खिलाए T20 सीरीज में ऑस्ट्रेलिया, उसको क्यों ट्रैवल कराए इधर से उधर क्यों थकाए उसको, गलती किसकी थी? तो आप मान लो ना, यू से दैट इट वाज माय फॉल्ट, आई made him travel too much, he got injured and I take responsibility, he wasn't there, that caused the problem. वैसा आप बोले तो मेरे को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Right now you were saying that, oh, he wasn't there, it was your fault he wasn't there, at least accept that, right? Injury सबको हो सकती है, but this was coming, man. You didn't give the man rest. He's traveling from England to Dubai to India to Australia back to India. Obviously it's going to be a problem. If you had said that, like, yes, it was my fault, I played him everywhere, I made him travel everywhere, that's why he got injured and that's why we lost the test match. Okay, you were saying ki, like, I didn't want test match because he wasn't there. That's a lame excuse. It was your fault he wasn't there. You ran him to the ground. He was not fit enough, and the reason why I got injured is because you overcooked him. आप ये अगर बोले कि मेरी गलती थी रिस्पॉन्स, तो फिर कुछ भी नहीं बोलता. I would say, yeah, fair enough, you took the responsibility and you accepted it. You didn't even accept the problem. आपकी गलती थी वो इंजर्ड हुआ था, और किसी की गलती नहीं थी वो. Yes, Mr. Faz, how are you doing?
All good भाई, आप सुनाइए what's happening? गंभीर आपको उकसा दिया फिर से क्या प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस के बाद?
Yeah, I mean, like, everyone is now, like, they've tired of him. Like, he's basically in a very tight corner now, and he's one T20 match loss away in the World Cup from getting kicked out of the thing, because nobody's buying this stuff anymore. Now he's just making.
I mean, वही टेस्ट की criticism ODI में घुसा दी उन्होंने. Like, yeah, it's all over the place right now.
Yeah, nobody's taking it seriously. Like, nobody, like, right now, like, Mohammad Salah news is more serious than Gambhir. No one cares about Gambhir anymore. Like, that press conference was overshadowed by Salah's press conference.
So वो तो भाई next level था भाई, उन्हें तो
no one gives a crap about Gambhir anymore, and he's done it himself. Like, he's making name. It's the same thing, repeat cycle. Nobody, like, you can't do anything about it. Like, आप सीरीज जीता ऐसा देखा, like, हार गए सीरीज, ऐसा उन्हें आके रोना शुरू करा, बंदी करके. काफी लोग बोल रहे कि मैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस देखना नहीं, यही फिर से रोना शुरू हो गया बोल के. तो nobody really cares anymore.
आप वही देख लो कि like ड्रेसिंग रूम का एटमॉस्फेयर देख लो मुस्तफा भाई. This is the first time I've seen under GGR a medal giveaway जो कुलदीप यादव को प्रेजेंट हुआ. This is the first thing I've seen, and उसमें भी विराट एंड रोहित ही सबसे ज्यादा cheerful थे. They were the ones who were making the noise. So you can see clearly जब विराट रोहित है वहाँ पे, और जो कल आप बात बोले एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर की क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है to handle situation like these. I think that is where Gambhir has to understand what the importance of these two figures are in cricket, and he's got to respect it. हाँ, T20 में नहीं है, ठीक है, they retired out of their own will, but आप जो टेस्ट से फोर्स करे, उसके बाद आपको स्केपगोट आपको मिल रहा नहीं जो आप उसके कंधों पे डाल सकते हो वो बोझ. एंड एग्जैक्टली वही चीज हो रही है राइट नाउ कि जो भी है इट्स कमिंग टू द Gautam Gambhir and the Ajit Agarkar, which rightfully has to happen. Till you don't give that comfort space, I don't think anybody will now like listen to you. I think everybody now has understood. After this ODI, particularly the players have also understood कि भाई हमारा future हमारे हाथ में है. I don't think like हम इसके we can't, like, if we don't do it with freedom, like the work, then like मुश्किल है फिर thrive करने.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And now, I mean, the focus will be on the T20 series. वहाँ पे भी he's done changes and stuff, and वहाँ पे भी अगर कुछ गड़बड़ होगी, he's going to take the blame directly now, because the players have done their bit. They've shown why they're class, and the players that who have been left out from other formats and who have been questioned coming into this series, who has leaked it is obviously the coach selector have leaked this key. They have to play Vijay Hazare, they have to do this, they have to do that. They are playing Vijay Hazare and they're performing and they're living in another country and they're like averaging 100. So like now all the pressure is on the management, the chief selector, and the coach is the main guy that everyone's going to blame. You go to any WhatsApp group, go on Twitter, Instagram, I have not seen a single person defend him anymore. It's just his colleagues and ex-commentators, like that's it. And we also know why they're doing that. If it was a foreign coach, they wouldn't have kept quiet. So, but if you talk to any normal human being who watches cricket, and if you talk to him off the record, nobody is going to praise him, because right now everyone knows he's the main problem. So like he has to understand that, and he has to work on himself and try to improve. If he doesn't improve, he's just a couple of losses away from and bro, his contract till 27. So imagine he's made this mess himself. Nobody would have said sack GG if he won and we would have been in the WTC final. Even if we lost that, no one has said sack GG, but he's done it himself. He's put himself in a mess.
Yeah, I think देखो, like he got a scapegoat with Abhishek Nair. Abhishek Nair थे वहाँ पे, Abhishek Nair चले गए. Abhishek Nair के काफी क्वेश्चन रहे थे, अरे इसकी गलती थी, चलो सितांशु कोटक we won one, like what did we win when सितांशु कोटक came immediately, I can't remember, we won something and then हम सब उसको प्रेस कर रहे थे कि चलो ठीक है, कुछ सुधार किया, but then he came back and said that
Is it me frozen or fast? देख क्या कर मूवी नहीं देखता.
yeah, I think आ गया मैं वापस. Yeah. सितांशु कोटक का बोल रहा था मैं, वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस जो उन्होंने करे, दैट आल्सो स्पॉइल्ड अ लॉट ऑफ द यू नो थॉट्स ऑफ द पब्लिक, बिकॉज उन्होंने जाके ब्लेटेंटली ब्लेम द प्लेयर्स. नाउ आप कोई भी मैच उठा के देख लो, प्लेयर्स अलग अपना ग्रुप बनाए हुए हैं, मैनेजमेंट लाइक टीचर स्टाफ रूम वर्सेस द किड्स इन द क्लास, गोइंग क्रेजी एंड स्टफ. So I think the support staff also, like, I think Moine Morkel, the best thing he could do is like जब भी he leaves, he needs to clear out the air and go for everyone. Like he just need to clear the air out, man. Like I think उन्हें ही कर सकता है वो चीज अगर जा रहा है तो. Because आप clearly you can see a very big disparity between the players, the coaching, the support staff. I don't know कितना बात करे क्या नहीं करे. A few players are very close to T. Dilip because Rahul Dravid के time से हैं वहाँ पे. He understands that system. He understands that exposure. That's why they were fighting for him जब उनको निकालने की भी नौबत आई. Obviously, yes, fielding भी हमारी उतनी great नहीं रही है, but still they are finding one soul in that support staff that is probably understanding to their things. Similar with Moine Morkel, you see a lot of players are close with him because of his mentality, right? But with Trendis Kate, Sitansu Kotak, you can't see that. And I think like that's what Gambhir wants. He wants not the support staff to mingle, like be very close with the players in quarters. Because शायद उनके दिमाग में selection के लिए फिर वो थोड़ा old school mindset होता ना कि नहीं भाई फिर मेरा दोस्त है मैं उसको select करूंगा वाली mentality. But yeah, I mean right now no one is buying whatever Gautam Gambhir is selling. टेस्ट क्रिकेट का आप ओडीआई विक्ट्री से वो नहीं बोल सकते कि वो क्रिटिसिज्म आप टेस्ट में दे रहे थे, अब मैं ओडीआई जीत दिया. बिकॉज वो एक अलग, हम कभी आपको व्हाइट बॉल में क्रिटिसाइज नहीं करें. अभी भी आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल विल नॉट फॉरगेट द स्टिल द श्रीलंका टेस्ट. आई डोंट थिंक रेड बॉल के लिए एवरीबॉडी इज गोइंग टू फॉरगेट एनीथिंग. अगर वर्ल्ड कप जीते मे बी, बट या
I seriously think he thinks he's Sir Alex Ferguson, thinks this is Manchester United, and he thinks fans are going to be like so loyal like they are to Amiram. It's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen. Indian cricket is very ruthless. Both managers should be sacked, but वहाँ पे आपको owners आपको leniency दे रहे, आपको back कर रहे. You have fans like yourself and your friends who are backing the thing, but in cricket it's not going to happen. He needs to understand that. And why I'm also saying it seriously on a serious point is that he is trying to call all the shots on the field when he's not even playing. That you do in football. So I don't know कौन सा documentary देख लिया, कौन सा match देख लिया Ferguson का, but he wants to become Sir Alex Ferguson of cricket, but that is impossible because cricket is a different sport altogether. From all the things that I've seen, all whatever he's trying to do, all the press conferences, he's trying to show that that Ferguson character, angry, strict, ये वो थोड़े गालियां देना, ये करना, वो करना. And he's trying to model himself around him. And I heard he's a big Manchester United fan and a Marcus Rashford fan as well. So it's complete, but he has to understand that this is not football, and he's not going to get that backing. And also, if people are criticizing him, you got to man up and take the criticism. Man, you won 2 World Cups for India, you won IPLs for your thing. Then, if you can't take criticism, then what's the point? Like, you should have that experience.
Even with Ferguson, whenever it was his squad, yes, he got, but he had a very good relation with them as well. At times, like he would do things like that. But Gigi, like you're not seeing him even make a relation with a few.
But it's so identical, like Beckham and this guy Virat Kohli and this guy.
But on that, even in that situation, so Beckham would give his line, put everything on the line for Gigi, right? For Ferguson, for Ferguson, he would give everything till the day he left. He would not let that affect the relationship. Like if you came into this room.
No. In the end, it was.
In the end, भैया कितने साल के बाद है?
This is the end now. This is the end.
हाँ, मैं बोल रहा हूँ. The end of that thing, it happened.
Also, you see, Harshit Rana is like Gary Neville, bro. Like it looks like so identical. It's the same thing.
But that's what I'm saying. वो 12-10 साल के बाद जो भी feuds हुए.
Right now, according to some people, if Gary Neville was a football player right now, he would be in the Championship or second division. He wouldn't be playing with the Premier League, man. Like Harshit Rana, if Gambhir wasn't coach, Harshit Rana would be playing not even IPL. He would be playing the tennis ball thing. According to some people, so
but
I'm just giving my opinion. It's the same thing. and like he's trying to be like that. Obviously, he's not. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not saying he's Ferguson. I'm just saying he's trying to be like that. Like that's the
Yeah.
vibes that I'm getting. He's
Yeah, but
trying to do the
what
high.
my
He's
point
trying
my
to create
my only
conflict
point
with the
over
best player.
here,
He's trying to
yeah.
put like squeeze in other players. Like he wants to become like that, but like it's not football, man. This is cricket. It's different.
Yeah, but even for that also he needs to understand that he needs to develop relationships with the players so that he can understand them and let
Hundred
them
percent,
grow as well. That
hundred
is like
percent.
what
But
I'm
he's
saying.
not
Like
doing
if you're
that.
not going to do that, then let you won't even be Ferguson. You won't even be like the worst football manager ever. You
You,
just like
but the
you're
most
trying
simple
to
thing
be
you have to
like.
understand, the most simple you have to understand is that in football you control everything. In cricket you can't. Like in football you have to guide your
So
whole team.
that again, not only Gigi has to understand, the people who are giving Gigi that authority have to understand that the president
No,
of the
I think they
BCCI,
gave
the
that. Yeah,
selectors,
that's true.
yeah,
They have
yeah,
to understand. They're not understanding, and it's caused a huge problem.
वही
It's
तो है
caused. आप
and
देख लो भाई पूरे similarities दिख रहे. क्या क्या की करते रहा. He wants to become like that. It's a very failed version, but he's trying to become like that, and it looks like he's made
I
it.
think this ODI series is enough evidence. गौतम गंभीर के लिए इतना evidence मिल चुका है उनको कि he needs the players of certain stature and certain characters and certain attributes to help him thrive on the ground. अगर आप अपना follow the orders वाले mentality वाले mind के बच्चों को लिए आप you'll only get to a certain level. You will probably get to an Asia Cup which is almost good as ours. You'll almost get a championship which is good as ours. But without even in that also you had Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. But with my point is that like if you don't have people like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Kuldeep Yadav, let it be anyone who is a character in this dressing room, even a Rishabh Pant for that matter in red ball, you need to be accepting to everybody's nature and not try to change them so much to an extent. Unless like your Pep Guardiola, you have a set tactic, I get it, but you don't have a tactic also. You don't have set game plans. So you've got to make sure that you have a little bit of an understanding. If banda aisa hai, let him be. How do I get my job done through him? If you're not going to do that, then obviously that guy is going to be reluctant to give his body on the line for you and waste his time. He's only going to play selfish. He's only going to stat pad. Then you're not going to get the results that you want. So you got to be open to letting people be. If you want people to let you be, then you let them be as well.
No, the problem is he's not understanding is that he cannot impact the game. He can't do
Yeah,
anything.
he can't. He can't.
He can't impact the game, so he has to let the captain take the freedom. And I think that willingly or unwillingly, KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma, and Virat Kohli took the power in this series. You
We
clearly see
have.
there was less messages coming in. There was less, क्या बोलते हैं, so interruptions in the game. They were just talking to each other and they were just planning it and they were finishing the game. They weren't allowing him to come in.
We haven't seen a coach in Indian cricket be this popular. Like, I don't know the last time I've seen him this popular in a sense, being everywhere, in every image, in every interview, in every very contradictory, press conference. मेरे को तो याद नहीं आ रहा. रवि शास्त्री के यादगार थे, लेकिन कभी ऐसा हर इंटरव्यू के बाद गैरी कर्स्टन वर्ल्ड कप जीता, उन्हें इतना नहीं था. ग्रेग चैपल के दौर में भी मतलब लड़ाइयां होते थे, लेकिन इतना उन्हें भी कैमरा पे सामने नहीं आया होगा जितना भी सीन गौतम गंभीर. सो आई थिंक दैट इनफ. we've not seen एंड्रू मैकडोनल्ड. if I'm pretty sure अगर मैं एक फोटो लेके इंडिया में कहीं गया तो एंड्रू मैकडोनल्ड को इतने लोग नहीं पहचानेंगे. अगर मैं इंग्लैंड जाके गौतम गंभीर बताया तो they'll probably recognize him. That's how much he's coming on the camera. So वही बात है कि भाई the coach at the end of the day can only help and give footage and can give you tactics or can give analysis, can give you methods, but he cannot, like Mustafa said, give you the tactic on the field. Like that.
If someone asked him about the test match, he should have just said ki that's happened. We'll work on that. Right now, I want to praise our team for these performances. Jaiswal was outstanding. Kohli was outstanding. Rohit was outstanding. I felt Harshit Rana did well. Arshdeep was next level. Prasidh Krishna started poorly. Talk about that then, right? Like you can dictate it. Why, Magar, you're getting sucked in and you're trying to just protect yourself. And it's clearly I've never seen a man under this much pressure in a long time. He's under clear stress right now.
And add to insult to injury, Rohit and Virat performing. Like that is the biggest insult to injury for him.
But how sad is that, man? Like they're performing for the team only, and then you say that everything is for the country, but clearly it's not. Clearly it's a battle of ego between you and the star players.
Yeah, yeah.
आपके पास इतने बड़े प्लेयर है, इतने एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर है आपके साथ, एंड आप इंस्टेड ऑफ utilizing them in their, like, twilight period, you're, like, just trying to kick them out. If this is a tactic to make them perform, then theek hai, but I don't think that's the case, like, because so, like, it is sad what's happening. And they had to have a ridiculous good series for them to stay. Otherwise, they would have been questioned all this time. This whole time they would have been questioned.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. No, आप continue कर देना उससे.
No, I was just saying, otherwise all the talk would be about Vijay Hazare Trophy, staying in England, fitness, ये वो. उन्हें रोहित शर्मा तो इतना फिट हो गया कि भाई, like,
केक भी नहीं खा रहा उन्हें.
On his weight, people stop commenting.
Yeah, केक भी नहीं खा रहा उन्हें अब तो.
केक भी नहीं खा रहा.
Yeah, but वही है कि, like, you see this whole series how
वो केक उसको बोला जैसा को काटा, and then he just did this, like, sarcastic clap.
Yeah.
Like, दे रहे उसको indirectly गौतम गंभीर को.
Yeah, like वही है कि if you see also, like, Kuldeep Yadav, you see the players Jadeja, all of them are more comfortable. Like the DRSs ले लो, the decisions ले लो, they're automatically triggered to having Rohit Sharma as the frontal. Like, अरे भाई आपको देख रहे, like, हाँ KL Rahul भी of course, but like that's how now they've been thinking. So they're not so in the heads of the players also. It's like, अरे यार Rohit भाई अभी भी हैं, so like let's just use this to whatever time they can, and like that's how it is. And you look at the decisions, you look at the authority that Rohit Sharma was having in the field. All respect to KL Rahul, the way he juggled between the seniors and the juniors, I think that was something very good. The way he managed his own game plans and tactics. Yeah, rotation of bowlers at times was poor, but he's getting his first captaincy after like 2 years gap, 3 years gap maybe. So overall, वही है कि भाई I think the players are more comfortable with Rohit Virat in the team rather than out. Maybe a few might not be comfortable, maybe a few might be. But there's a sense of security that these two provide to the team in general to win the game, I think.
Yeah, well, we won't get through all the comments because there's a big race coming up. So me and Faizbhai will be watching that live in Abu Dhabi. So we have a flight to catch. I'm joking, but the flight we'll be watching it on TV over here. But I get your point when he says he picks the wrong team at selection, bias, wrong combination, pitch tinkering. But don't you think any team you play would have lost? The thing is, at least you give yourself the best chance, right? Like in the 23 World Cup, you lost that, you gave yourself the best chance. In 24 World Cup, you won that, but you gave yourself the best chance, right? You had some experienced players, but then you had like a flexible middle order, and you had bowlers who were the best for you at that time. And you picked a combination in terms of 3 spinners which suited in the West Indies, and you picked a combination of 3 paces which were good in USA. So you give yourself the best possible chance. You could have still lost that World Cup, but you won it because you gave yourself, same thing 23 World Cup. At least you played that level of cricket because you selected the correct team, and despite Hardik Pandya getting injured, you still got the right reinforcements. You got Mohammad Shami into the team. You picked an extra batter. You started getting wickets. So that's the case. Obviously, there's no guarantee that you'll win.
भाई वही है कि you are not guaranteed that you win. And देखो, I don't think अगर फील्ड पे मिस्टेक्स होंगे तो आप कोच को ज्यादा ब्लेम करोगे, बट आप इतना अपने आप को ला ले रहे हो लाइन ऑफ फायर में कि फिर आपकी लग जा रही है. So you can't, and like if you're going to pull it, you want to do everything and then not expect some sort of like criticism, then it's your issue as well. Mustafa भाई 2-0 down at Gabba. इंग्लैंड को क्या हो गया भाई ये साल तो, like a lot of people without Cummins, Hazelwood and all of this thing. Day 4 तक तो गया game. A lot of people were talking about the first test, but this fairly was a balanced pitch. Day 4 तक खिंच गया match. Now 2-0. What do you say England chances, and your thoughts where England failed in this game?
I mean, there's nothing to be surprised about. Like, it's just a hope that I wanted England to do well.
Yeah.
I wanted them to win the series, but like it was predictable. Like, I don't think they prepared in the right way. They could have had better preparation, both for the pink ball and the red ball test matches. And they're just, I think they put too much mental pressure on themselves over here. And, they're up against the Australian team, who's not the strongest in terms of personnel, but at home, they're incredible team, and it's a hostile atmosphere. They didn't capitalize when they were in good positions. They didn't make the best of their good positions. They dropped a lot of catches. They made a lot of silly mistakes with the bat. Whenever they look good, the partnership was broken. And ulta jab log bowling kar rahe the, when they're about to break a partnership, they make a mistake, drop a catch, or they bowl poorly. No consistency. And yeah, overall they were dominated. Australia obviously were world class, but they were there for the taking. Like England should have at least won one of these two games. यहाँ से तो भाई like it'll be a miracle to even draw the series.
Yeah, very. I mean, again, the batting topper, like you could see, there were good partnerships. Like they were just not able to bat through long. When the Stark was batting at 77, then you have to like see Duckett and Pope and all of these guys again. Nesser back to back wicket लिया. Australia के वही है कि भाई they always somehow produce some kind of a sense. And Mitchell Stark, भाई at this age, 77, I think what 7, 8 wickets in the game. He's just been that incredible. For Stokes, there looks like the end of the road for you. Do you think like Khalas, like after the Ashes, he's going to call it quits, or do you think he'll wait for the cycle?
It's a tough call. I think like there will be pressure on him and McCullum both. We'll find out. It could be 50-50. He could call it quits, or he could wait till the end of the cycle. But there'll definitely be pressure on him because you can clearly see that like right now this is the most important thing in his life, and it's not going his way. This might take a lot out of him. We'll wait another couple of test matches, or maybe one more test match, and we'll have a better idea right now. But they've given it their everything. Is just not good enough right now, and they could have done better in terms of preparation, obviously. And I think mentally they weren't strong enough in these two couple of games because they were in good positions, man. They won the toss in both matches. अच्छे position. पहले test match तो winning position में थे. आप 100 for 1 है with the lead of 100, 1 wicket down. आप आराम से खींचते थे इसको 300-400 और आप ऑल आउट कर देते ऑस्ट्रेलिया को, मगर आप कोलैप्स हो गए. यहाँ पे भी आप 300 मारे, उसके बाद कैच और ड्रॉप करके गिव देम 170 लीड. इवन इफ इट वाज अ 50-100 लीड, राइट, इंग्लैंड कुड हैव मेड अ मैच आउट ऑफ दिस, बट 170, 180, you're getting start smash like that, then clearly it's going to be a problem. I think that Australia should just keep going like this because Pat Cummins and Hazelwood are going to be rusty. Just let them play like this. Unless they want to give Stark a rest or just go one more game full out, because they got a good break after the first test match. Just go in this rhythm, and then you can say that we won the Ashes without these guys. Like
even in this break they have what from 8th to 18th or some 14th. When is the next game? Like long time.
Is it? There's a game on 26th. Before that, तो होगा एक test match, right?
I think 14th को है शायद next. 1 week का break है शायद.
Yeah, so अगर एक हफ्ते का break है, like they just like play the same team. Why not, right? Like why put Hazelwood and Cummins in an injury, especially when Cummins has an important IPL coming up.
Yeah, Cummins is still playing a T20. Stark is not, so maybe you could also argue that like Stark can take that extra test pressure rather than Cummins who has to play.
And he's in rhythm, man. उन्हें तो भाई man of the series बन गया already. 2 man of the match उठा लिया, तो let him continue and just finish it off. That's what I'm thinking. Like, why break a winning combination, right? Just keep going and wipe the floor with them and finish it 3-4, 5-0. I mean, I did not expect anything. It was just hope. I still hope that 2-2 हो जाए फिर most of the final test match. But
अगर नहीं होता Mustafa, then do we see like potentially England में do you think baseball हो सकता है फिर से? I think नहीं भाई, now they're done with it with this whole Ben Stokes, McCullum. We've probably seen the worst of England cricket in all formats.
No, I still think that like in terms I've seen much worse English teams. जो रूट की कैप्टनसी में उन लोग जाके भाई वेस्ट इंडीज में हारे, इधर इंग्लैंड में हार रहे थे 2-1. कोहली जो जाके मारा था, याद है आपको? वो बहुत खराब टीम थी. उससे पहले भी टीम्स थे लाइक अंडर नासिर हुसैन, कितनी पिटाई हुई थी. सो आई मीन जस्ट दिस इज लाइक आई थिंक मोर ऑफ अ like recently biased. Yeah, this is the worst team. ऐसा तो नहीं है. Like I've seen much worse English teams, more timid English teams. This English team at least give entertainment, man. You're never bored.
Yeah, I mean, but again for English fans, they'll be like, you've not done anything. India में जाके 4-1 हार गए, इंडिया को घर बुला के 2-2 करे, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जाके अब फिर से ऑस्ट्रेलिया का तो चलो छोड़ दो, no one has done anything in Australia from England, but in general I think like it has been a bit of a mix and match. Yeah, I agree with the entertainment part. I think I've learned a lot from baseball as well, but
bro, English peak was like 3 times. One is when Owen Morgan won the World Cup, 2005 Ashes and 2010 Ashes. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
The T20 World Cup, ठीक है, they won
And the
in
World Cup
20,
2019.
and the 2019, yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2019 World Cup, the 12 Ashes, London Ashes. The T20 World Cup, they don't really give two craps about it. Like Collingwood जब जीता उसको तो like अभी पलट के भी नहीं पूछते like crowd. So they don't really care. So I mean, you've seen worse in Test cricket in England. Like I've seen them. When have they been? When has England been dominant, like world dominant in every format? मेरे को तो याद नहीं है भाई. Growing up, Nick Knight and these guys weren't world beaters.
I think you just expect England to always be a
Yeah, it's like they're
element
like
of threat.
India, but like
Yeah.
it's not like.
And they tried. I think they've tried everything in their cricket. They've tried to segregate formats, segregate coaching, segregate players, but it's just not coming off for them. And like with England, I think conditions हिसाब से आप बोल सकते हो, but हम भी तो condition के हिसाब से खेल के हार भी सकते हैं. Like there's two ways always about it, but with England, I think sometimes people also get frustrated that they just try to do something very unlike going against nature types of things. Yeah,
Let me
when it
ask
gets
you a
pulled off,
question.
it's crazy. But if it doesn't, then it gets feeling.
But let me ask you a question. Take the last three tours to Australia from England. They didn't play basketball. They played very traditional cricket. What was the
even
scoreline?
even this one, like this test, they played pretty traditional.
What was the scoreline when they played traditional Test cricket, like proper?
I think 4-0, I think.
4-0, 5-0.
5-0, yeah.
So, like, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, they have to look into themselves and see why they're being able to win in Australia, why they're being able to cope.
So, is it like a player thing now, we think? Like, do we think it's the arsenal of players that they have?
Yeah, players also pressure, also handling the situations, mentally not being strong enough on tour, collapsing in tough periods. And that thread of us, you're playing in Australia, you have to win. It's like a multiple kind of things. It's also maybe you gotta look at players like Peterson, Trott, and stuff. They always mentioned for us Ashes is not that big because they're South African.
Yeah.
So maybe you look at these guys are also South African, New Zealand. They're all mixed, but a lot of them have that English tradition ki Ashes jitna, all that.
ठीक है, आप Ashes side में रख लो. I understand that's a big thing, but apart from that, like India में जाके आप 4-1 बहुत बुरा हार गए थे. Like with spin you struggle. Even in the one-day T20 we saw them struggle a lot.
मगर आप कब जीते इंडिया में? जब जीते थे ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी जीते थे. कितने साल हो गए भाई? 15 साल हो गए. पीटरसन मुंबई में सेंचुरी मारा था. वही तो बोल रहा हूँ. यही तो प्रॉब्लम. आप कब जीते थे? लाइक वो तो look, why did basketball become popular? Why are we talking about it? Because अपने खिलाफ ही मारे थे ना 360-70. ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ भी 2-0 down आके 2-2 करे. We were so excited. What a series. That is why we made it popular, right? Because we enjoyed it. But obviously, like, when did they actually do well playing traditional cricket?
I think a different.
Michael Vaughan bhai bol rahe ki bhai they didn't prepare this, that. When you went and prepared for like 15 months, what did you bring?
Yeah.
You didn't bring jack shit.
I think the difference between this, like, just England and India, India bilateral wise we do very well, and then major tournament. England is some team that they didn't do anything good, but they just won the 2019 World Cup. They just won the 2022 World Cup. They won the one with Collingwood. Like, they just out of nowhere they come in and then to do these things that then your mind's like, acha, they still had an ICC trophy just like 3 years ago. They had an ICC trophy just 6 years ago. So I think that plays a lot with our minds. Whereas India, like before the 24, we were like, कब आएगा भाई? और हम ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे थे, हम घर पे भी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे थे, बट ट्रॉफी नहीं आ रही थी. तो आई थिंक इंग्लैंड का ये एक चीज आई थिंक फर्क जो बनाएगा इज दैट अब 2025 World Cup, 26 T20 World Cup, honestly with Phil Salt and these guys over there, I'm a little scared that these guys would come and do anything. With Bairstow and stuff. Yes, spin against they have miserable. I think they're miserable, but they might come up with something. And I think maybe Stokes might play the T20 World Cup.
2007 T20 and 50 World Cup, right? If I tell you to name 7 players of India, Australia, South Africa, Pakistan, you'll be able to do it. If I tell you England, you won't be able to do it.
Of England, you're saying?
Yeah, you won't be able to do it.
2019.
7. You won't be able to, because no, like they're not like don't give a
Yeah,
shit. They're
पूरा
not
चेंज
that
हो गया.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah, for sure.
अगर मैं
Yeah.
बोला मेरे को 7 प्लेयर वनडे के दो, T20 के दो, वो टाइम के आप इंडिया, पाकिस्तान, ऑस्ट्रेलिया सब लिख के दे देंगे मेरे को. इंग्लैंड का आप नहीं देंगे, मैं खुद नहीं दे पाऊंगा आपको.
Like yeah, कोई याद नहीं यार मेरे को. Like कॉलिंगवुड एक होगा पिकल वो जमाने में खेलता था.
और आपको
Like
वो फ्लिंटॉप और ब्रॉड याद है, मतलब युवराज मारा उसको, ये तो याद नहीं होगा.
exactly.
कौन करा ओपनिंग बैटिंग वो 6 छक्के वाले मैच में इंग्लैंड के लिए?
मेरे को
I also don't know.
Yeah.
Who opened the batting for England in the 50 over 2007 World Cup? I also don't know.
Yeah. Like मेरे को तो अभी तक डेरन गॉफ ये लोग ही याद आ रहे हैं.
But you will remember Johnny Bairstow for the rest of your life until you die.
Yeah, because of the junior winning.
No, but you know what I'm trying to tell you? This is like you remember this England team because they won the World Cup. That's what it is.
मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ. Like England, the only difference between India and England, I would say, is India are more consistent in bilaterals. England is not, and England is like पूरा साल नहीं पढ़ के out of the box they'll like top the the mock exams or like merit like the board exams, and like they got a trophy and you're like, oh shit, when did these guys come in? But with India, it's like it's a gradual process with India कि हाँ ये जीते तो हम वर्ल्ड कप जीत सकते हैं, ये नहीं जीते तो हमारा चांस नहीं है. इंग्लैंड का कुछ नहीं, यहाँ नहीं आए स्कूल को बैगन सीधा एग्जाम में मारेंगे अपन, तो यार it's like that. Very different.
Yeah, but it's coming to that point now where if they do lose this whitewash, right? Like it's going to be like how Joe Root had felt in the West Indies. That's how it's going to be, and it's someone's going to get sacked.
Yeah, for sure. I think they all know. Like, I think Stokes also have had that conversation with himself and with like Baz. Like,
the only way is that the only way is that if they try to take the series match to the last Test match, if they do that, then
Stokes will be very good.
Despite the result, he'll have he'll stay.
And legacy will be good. Yeah, for sure.
Even if they lose 3-2, but because of the situation, otherwise he's gone. Like I think one of them is for one pakka.
Bilkul. Like I agree with that, and I think they have a similar mindset that they'll go together.
Yeah, maybe. And that is the reason. Like, if you're saying that, bro, like hyping England so much, they should be winning. No, we're not. I'm not hyping them because they're good. I'm just hyping them because they're underdogs and there's some players that we like and they can clinch the match. Bro, look at the 2019 Test series. उसमें आप कैसा ड्रॉ करे वो, because उसने लीड्स में अकेले मारा, नहीं तो वो सीरीज didn't deserve to win that. 23 में क्या हुआ था, आप 2-0 डाउन थे, आप फेंक दे रहे थे मैच, फिर आके वुड और वोक्स आपको आके जिता दिए, right? And then if Manchester wasn't ready, you could have won the series, but you didn't really deserve to win the series.
No, why England have like
2019 World Cup, if I tell you that did they deserve to win, you'll say no, they didn't deserve to win.
Yeah. But like England ka wahi hai, again, like you're saying, a 2-0 down, and they're one of those teams that can do it 3-2. I'm not going to say no because they've done weird stuff like that. Like
they need like
it's difficult, 100%. Like, but I'm just saying, like if any team can do it, it's like them, because of the way they play.
I think now Australia, right now, I can already see there's a shift in focus. They want to beat India and India. ऐसा एकदम से दिख गया मेरे को.
Stark retirement का last
so we have to just focus, see how we're gonna break these guys because they're unbelievable right now.
For Australia, I think they need to learn how to play spin. For India, and like get a proper spinner. They're always makeshift spinners over there. They have to have a bit of reliance away from Steve Smith for them and open a solid.
फैसल लोग बिना सेंचुरी मार के जीत गए ना मैच. It's a team. It's
contributions, bro. Yeah, contribution from everyone. Contributions from
it's not like they're not incredible. They're beatable. India should have beat them last year. At least we should have made it 2-2. We had our chances. So they're beatable, and England will be regretting. And I don't agree with Broad completely that this is a bad Australian team. But if you look at this team, he has a point. Look at this team: Doggett, Stark, Boland, and then you don't know who the openers are. He has a point. If you compare it to the other Ashes Australian teams, it's a weaker team, right? Without Hazelwood Cummins.
Yeah.
So
it's like relatively newer car smell kind of a thing.
Yeah. So he has a point somewhere down the line, and obviously now he's going to get bantered and he'll have to take it. But he did have a point. England should have done better. And this is England's top team touring to Australia in the last 3 Ashes. This is probably their best team.
And the most regular playing team तो यही होगी.
यही तो टीम है. इससे बेटर मेरे को 2018 भी याद नहीं है, 21 में भी याद नहीं है. Like यही तो बेस्ट टीम है पिछले 3-4 साल में, 2050 ऐसे 3-4 टूर में. तो बात उसकी तो सही थी मेरे हिसाब से, पर अब वो he's gotten destroyed because of that comment.
भाई यार मैकलम कब से हेड कोच है, पर इंग्लैंड के कुछ आउटसाइड कुछ उखाड़ा ही नहीं. इवन इन इंग्लैंड भी इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज से नहीं जीता. Yeah, I
Good
mean, he
point.
not won anything outside.
Except for
He
no,
beat
I mean New Zealand or Pakistan में जीते, but yeah.
he beat Sri Lanka at home. He drew to India at home. He drew to Australia at home in 23. Was he then the coach? Yeah, I think he was.
Yes.
Yeah. Then who
New
else did
Zealand
he?
defeat, right?
Yeah, they beat New Zealand in New Zealand that last game. Crazy. But yeah. क्या अर्श पाजी क्रॉस विराट इन इंस्टा फॉलोअर्स ही कंसिस्टेंटली क्रिएट्स बेस्टेस्ट रील्स रिसेंट विद विराट उनका स्क्रिप्ट भी इम्प्रूव हो रहा है अरे स्क्रिप्ट क्या था भाई उसमें विराट भाई का रिस्पॉन्स रेट ही 6 हो गई that's the
Yeah.
response rate of Virat Kohli naturally like banter like he did to Anushka in that Puma event right he said मेरे को come back to देने दो so I think like Arshdeep is smart he knows that like what's going to be the trending topic Virat Kohli obviously going to be the trending topic after that Jaiswal 100 and yeah I think he's doing well for himself what he's enjoying what I like about Arshdeep is the mentality of not letting the non-selection get to him. Same with Kuldeep Yadav or anyone. They don't let that thing. They just focus on improving, and they're very patient for their chance. And that's what I like about this lot. That they're not really worried about that.
Yeah.
Uh,
And also he makes the best out of his environment, like his situation.
yeah, exactly. That's like crazy. अगर इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया को नेक्स्ट बीजीटी में रैटल कर देती है तो भाई 4 से 5 ऑस्ट्रेलिया प्लेयर का रिटायरमेंट हो जाएगा आई मीन हो तो
Yeah.
सकता है बिकॉज अब लॉट ऑफ
Going
देम लाइक
ahead, like that's what it is. That's what it is on the thing with
इंग्लैंड सारे पेसर पकड़ के गया ऑस्ट्रेलिया को बट जो दो वेन्यू है उसमें कुछ नहीं किया उसमें भी मार्क वुड इंजर हो गया उनका फर्स्ट टेस्ट श्रीलंका ने भी हराया है हाँ मुंबई लंदन न्यू कैप्टन अनाउंस्ड आईपीएल ऑप्शन 16 तारीख को है माय हिटमैन फाइनली 2027 कंफर्म हो गया आई डोंट केयर मोर और लेस whoever wins the Ashes but as a fan I want Stokes to leave a legacy of a test captain because there are very few people like Ben Stokes. Yeah, for sure. I think as a player, though, he's left his mark. There is no doubt that Ben Stokes is clutch. No matter how much you don't want to accept that, he has 2 ICC trophies with his name on it. Like, yeah, England as well, but he won them those games out of the death. And no one can forget that. I don't think England's, no matter कितने बड़े आप analyst होंगे, how biased you might be against Ben Stokes, लेकिन आप वो चीज़ उससे नहीं निकाल सकते. And अगर I'm not even, cutting out the fact that maybe 26 T20 World Cup Ben Stokes gets a call.
Oh.
Rohit का पुल्ला ban that no look shot is so good bro like Devol Brevis के सामने बता दिया Devol Brevis को.
तो विराट कोहली का बोले?
Yeah,
very nice.
So confidently he picked it up man. क्या जबरदस्त उठाया था. GG best when comes to nothing for the team कहते. Yeah, I mean this GG era though I don't know like when it's going to end but T20 World Cup will probably be if we lose a T20 World Cup भाई फिर मुश्किल हो जाएगा like then I think his survival will be very very difficult. Cosmic भाई आपका last comment तो नहीं दिख
Last comment and then we'll wrap Cosmic.
I can't see his comment.
नहीं आया भाई आपका.
मैंने कल बोला था कोहली 2018 जैसा लग रहा है जिस ईज से वो मार रहा है सेम वो कल मैच के बाद इंटरव्यू में बोला. I think everybody was saying the same thing कि भाई विराट कोहली looks like the विराट कोहली from the past because of the no more pressure of he's not putting a lot of pressure कि भाई मैं एंकर करूंगा रोल या मैं एंड तक रहूंगा जो बॉल आ रहा है बॉल के मेरिट के हिसाब से खेल रहा है he is not looking to make himself like the bigger than the team he's not like he used to but just like expectation of the team जितनी उनके ऊपर रहती थी फिल वक्त मेंटली उन्होंने अपने आप को बहुत चेंज कर लिया कि उनको लगा कि नहीं भाई ये गेम में मेरे अलावा भी बहुत मैच विनर्स है मैं ही नहीं हूँ मैच विनर वो बहुत फर्क पड़ जाता है आदमी में जब आदमी सोचता है ना कि भाई मैं अपने हद तक बेस्ट क्या दे सकता हूँ rather than पूरा भांडा मेरे सिर पे ले लूँ so that is what Virat Kohli I feel has done that he's relaxed himself and he said कि भाई नहीं सबला मैच विनर बन सकते हैं यहाँ पे मैं जितना मेरे मेरिट पे खेलूंगा मेरे बॉल जो आ रहा है उस पे फोकस करूंगा बनस्बत आउटकम पे आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट विराट कोहली सक्सीडेड इन बेन इज नथिंग अगेंस्ट स्टार्क बेन स्टोक्स हैड अ प्रॉब्लम अगेंस्ट स्टार्क मुफ्ती भाई सलाह लिवरपूल में क्या चल रहा है
लफड़ा last game with Saudi in January baby get ready.
Yeah, imagine if Ben Stokes had played at this home country this team was not looting him.
No, I think his team is perfect. Like not perfect, but his team is good enough. He's like it's a mixture of everything. They're just not playing well. Like you can't tell me it's a shit. Like it's a shit team now, but like they can't make excuses. We had a weak team, but look at Australia's team. Australia's team they don't have half their players.
Yeah. Ben Stokes is the best player of the generation. ऑल टाइम में थोड़ा सा डाउट है, क्योंकि इस मैच से बड़ा विनर नहीं मिलेगा कभी भी। या अभी तो फिलवक्त तो कोई नहीं हो सकता उसके करीब। आई थिंक मैच विनर ऑब्वियसली, मोमेंट्स वाइज ही इज बीन इनक्रेडिबल ब्रो, आई थिंक। बट या आई थिंक वी कैन रैप अस अप भाई।
Yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll look forward to the T20 series because that starts on Tuesday, right? 9th November, I
Yes.
think is the.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll start looking forward. Today is Sunday, so tomorrow we look forward to the T20, and obviously we'll discuss. We'll discuss that. We'll look at the squad and everything. There's probably press conferences and all that. So make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribe button. Thank you everybody for joining and catch us. Sorry we didn't take all the comments today, but tomorrow we'll take the comments and everything. We just wanted to have a discussion, me and Faz, and just like discuss it more than thing. And then tomorrow we'll take the comments and you guys can join us as well. And yeah, whoever joined us now, make sure you rewind and watch again and join us tomorrow as we look forward to the T20.
Take care, everybody.